I'm back in my, wait a minute, rotate. Let's see, rotate. I'm gonna go this way. Well, okay. Well, let me set this somewhere. Let me see how I want to set this. Okay. Let's see. I'm back in the room today. Okay. I'll leave it at that. So look, I'm back in the room. Greetings, everybody. I was trying to get this thing together, so I'm not going to hold you long today. But we're going to get into some great information, and I think it's going to be something that you're going to be very interested in, the holy name of God, or what is the holy name of God. So we're going to go into some of the Scottish Rite degree work today. We're going to talk about the perfection of the perfect master. We're going to talk about the master, the blazing serpent, Provost and Judges. We're going to talk about the Intendent of the builders, the masters of the temples. We're going to go into the Scottish Rite degree work tonight. Just for those who would just like to learn a little bit more about it, I think this is going to be great. I'm back in the room tonight. I was like, man, should I, I wasn't for sure how my network was going to be handling it. But right now, we're in good company. We doing pretty good right now. I can't complain about it. So we're going to get into this today. I hope everybody is doing well. As always, you're going to see me flipping a few pages because I had to take some notes here. Wanted to get some information out. Just trying to figure out where I'm going to set this at so I can get right into it. So I hope everybody who's coming on that today that you will definitely get something out of this. Greetings. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Mike Lyra, how you doing? Yeah, great. Maddox, what's happening with you, bro? So look, tonight we're gonna talk about those Scottish Rite degrees. We're gonna go from the 4th degree to the 14th degree on the Scottish Rite side. We're gonna talk about the holy name of God. What is the holy name of God? How did this come to be? This whole scenario, this whole little breakdown that I'm gonna do tonight, I hope that you get something out of it. My dog is back barking again, so I must be on the right track. So I want to welcome everybody who's going to come on and definitely get some of this tonight. I was trying to get on earlier because I have it where I was going to be coming on at 3 o'clock my time. But you know what? When things happen, you just can't always do what you want to do when you want to do it. You just got to flow with it. You got to become water. as Bruce Lee said, become the glass, become, whatever's happening, get into that. So this is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to get into this Lodge of Perfection tonight. We're going to go from the 4th degree to the 14th degree. We're going to talk about what each degree means. What does it teach? A lot of times we become Masons and Eastern Stars, and we're involved with these societies and fraternities, and we don't necessarily see what they teach. We don't go to the school of instructions, and some lodges call them school of instructions, lodge of instructions. We don't necessarily get to them all the time. So tonight we're gonna have the discussion about those particular degrees. What do they teach? And I think one brother just posted they teach improvement. He's absolutely correct. But we're gonna go a little bit further than that because it deals with the holy name of God. And in the process, in the process of what we are trying to do and build in a symbolism way, and taking and putting together what we're all about in Freemasonry, you have to be able to break that down, because the average person, when he sees a Mason or an Eastern Star, he thinks that we're all the same. It's all the same, and it's not all the same. Some lodges and some chapters and some jurisdictions don't teach. Some of them don't give you the instructions that you need. Some of them just, it is what it is. It doesn't happen. So tonight, we're going to look at this thing called Freemasonry in the holy name of God. How does this come into play? And we're going to just take a brief picture about it. So this is what we're going to do tonight. So we're going to start off with the 1st degree. The 4th degree, the Mark Master or the Mark Traveler degree on the Scottish Rite side. The Mark Traveler or the Master Traveler, the Master's Traveler on the Scottish Rite side. I'm going to get my notes here so I can be more specific in what I'm talking about. So we're looking at the Lodge of Perfection degrees on the Scottish Rite side, okay? So we're going from the 4th to the 14th. So right now, I'm looking at the degree, the 4th degree, which is a key. The emblem of this degree is a key, and it's called the Master's Traveler. In this degree, it is introduced in the Scottish Rite. This degree provides us with a preview of more truth we should witness on our journey through the Scottish Rite. So if you flip that, it says that in your life, you're going to witness some moral truth. Sometimes you get caught up in situations, circumstances, and it gets blurred because the truth, the lie is going to get there before the truth comes. And what happens is later on, people find that, yeah, he was telling the truth. But by then, your character has been assassinated. Your manhood has been assassinated. Everything about you has been assassinated. Then the truth comes out. So in this degree of the 4th degree, which is the Master's Traveler degree, we're talking about moral truth in the witness of our journey through the Scottish Rite. I would say we're witnessing our journey not only through the Scottish Rite, but through our life. Through our life. And then it goes on, you're going to look at the 5th degree, which is a perfect master degree, okay? In this particular degree, this degree teaches us selfish thoughts and unworthy ambitions will corrupt and destroy man. In the degree of the perfect master, it teaches you that this degree of unworthy ambitions and corruption will destroy a man. So in the Scottish Rite body, as brother just put out earlier, it teaches you about improving your life, okay? It really does. But in the process, what happens is, for most of us, we don't get to our schools of instruction, so we don't get this. What does this degree teach? I received it, I got obligated, I got initiated, but what does it really say? What does it really teach? And so that perfect master teaches that through selfish thoughts and unworthy ambition, corruption will destroy a man. Okay? Now, let's go into the 6th degree. If you got any questions, please post the questions in the chat, and I'll make sure I get to them. But in this degree, this degree is almost very similar, if not, to the Royal Arch degree. Hear what I'm saying? This degree of the Master of the Blazing Serpent, which is the 6th degree on the Scottish Rite side, is very similar to the Royal Arch degree. This degree had what you call tripartites, a triangle within a triangle, okay? Tripartite, triangles within a triangle. It has a big triangle with 3 other triangles within it, all right? And it says in this particular degree, the Master of the Blazing Serpent, the Bronze Serpent, it says we learn in this degree that we must have faith in ourselves and faith in God. We're going to get to that God thing in a minute, okay? We're going to get there in a minute. But this is what this particular degree teaches, and that we must have faith in ourselves and faith in God. You remember some time ago I said that in the old ritual that when it says rise and follow your guide, it actually meant to say rise and follow your God, because we use what we call modern day rituals. That has been left out. This is where this comes into play, when it says you must have faith in yourself and faith in God. Okay? Now, when you get to the 7th degree, its symbol is a knife. Okay, its symbol, the 7th degree on the Scottish Rite side, is a knife. It is the Provost and Judge. Okay, Provost and Judge. That is spelled Provost. Provost and Judge. All right. Now, in this particular degree, we're talking about justice should be impartial. Okay, with temper and mercy. Okay, this degree teaches us that we should not judge so hastily. Now, how many times most of us judge hastily? A lot of times. Let's just be honest with ourselves. A lot of times we do judge hastily. But in this particular degree, when you open this degree up and you begin to read it, the crust of the degree tells you that you shouldn't judge so hastily. You know, you hear oftentimes when something happens, well, wait till all the facts come out. Sometimes we jump the gun on it because this is what we see, this is what we know. But until you get all the facts in, then you should make your judgment. And when you make your judgment should be a righteous judgment. Many people say, wow, only God can judge me. I don't know who lied to you. I don't know who lied to you. Only God can judge you. In the end, if you're looking for redemption in the end, but before you even get there, you're being judged. Every day, somebody is judging something you've done, something you've said. But in the process of being a Mason, one who holds that particular degree, the seventh degree, you shouldn't judge so hastily. You should wait till the facts come in, make your decision, and remember, the same way you're going to judge that person, you will also be judged. And if you're willing to take that and run with it, do it. If you're willing to judge somebody, do it. And you're probably saying, what do you mean? What do you mean? Just if you're willing to judge somebody, do it. Yeah. Just remember, the same way you judge them, you're going to be judged. And if you can stand up to that, do it. Don't be afraid to make a decision or to judge someone or something. Don't be afraid to do it. Just understand that, if you're going to throw a rock, if you're going to judge something, just know you're going to be judged too. And be willing to accept it. And when you're willing to accept it, then it doesn't bother you to make a judgment call. It doesn't bother you to be as righteous as you can be when you're making that decision. That's all that is. Now, the eighth degree, which is the Intendent of the builders, okay? The Intended builders. Intendent, the Intended builders, okay? Now, in this degree, okay, we're reminded that each new hour or each new honor is a step towards more perfection. Greetings. What's going on there, bro? Greetings. In this particular degree, which is the eighth degree, we're reminded that each new degree that we get is a step in the moral perfection. Each honor earns and requires attention to a particular duties. We all have duties in our lives that we do. We all have duties. And when I say duties, there are things that we do in our lives. It's a duty. It's just something we do because it is required that we do it because it becomes a duty. Whether it be paying bills in your home, or whether it be taking the kids to school, or making sure mom is taken care of, or making sure dad is taken care of. Those things are broken down, and this is your duty. Okay, it is your duty to do X, Y, and Z. Provide for your family. It becomes your duty. And in the process of it becoming your duty, we learn that each honor requires attention to a particular duty. So the honor that is given to you, what particular duty does it proclaim? What does it bring to you? Okay, and I'm gonna use myself for an example. Working in the medical field, it is my duty, okay, as well as my job, to make sure those who am I tending to get the needed help. They get the needed service. And what is that? Whether it be physical therapy, whether it be wound dressing, it is my duty to make sure that they get this service that I offer. Okay, that's my duty. And then if you look at it from a parent point of view, it is your duty to take care of your kids and your wife. It's your duty. It is the wife's duty to take care of the husband and the family. It is divided down equally. Okay? It is divided down equally. It becomes your duty to do these things. All right? Greetings, everybody who's about to come on. I hope that right now you're finding what I'm sharing with you can be inspiring to you. You can break it down, share it, look it up for yourselves. And I encourage you, if you are in the Scottish Rite body, to go back and take a look and see for yourselves in regards to these things that you're supposed to be doing in these particular degrees. What I'm giving you today is a short intro into what they actually teach. Okay, this is what this degree actually is and mean, and going behind the scenes. Now, every degree has passwords, signs, symbols, grips, every last one of them. I don't know of a person that knows every degree, every password, every grip. I don't know of one. I don't. I know of some brothers who have learned the how to give the signs. Now, I do know of one brother. I can say this. I do know of one brother that can give you every sign in the degree coming from the intro apprentice all the way up to the 32nd. I know of one brother. I've seen him do it. I've seen him actually in meeting, when opening, give signs from the intro apprentice all the way up. I've seen it with my own eyes. I did. And he wanted to prove a point that he can actually do it. And he did it. We followed page by page, step by step, as he did those degrees. I mean, the signs. Now, the grips, I don't know if he can do the grips. I hadn't witnessed that, but the signs I did. I can actually say that. That's a fact. Now, the 9th degree, which is the master of the temples, okay? This is the 9th degree on the Scottish Rite side. This is the master of the temple. The message in this degree is that mutual belief in a supreme being should bind all men together worldwide in this brotherhood. Okay, it didn't say your jurisdiction, it didn't say your affiliation, it said this. It says the message in this degree, okay, teaches that the moral belief in a supreme being should bind all men together in a worldwide brotherhood. That's what it says. Many of you are hung up on your jurisdiction. Many of you are hung up on I'm a this, I'm a that. No, it has nothing to do with your jurisdiction at all. Nothing at all. Being a Mason has nothing to do with your jurisdiction. It has everything to do with going through the process of becoming Mason. Because most of the time we often say that Masons help to make good men better. That is the biggest lie that's ever been told. Hear me clearly. That is the biggest lie that ever been told. It is, look, even I, just a few years ago, was like, yeah, somebody asked me, well, what is a Mason? I give them the allegory symbols and I give them all of the good stuff. And then I say, Masons help good men become better men. Later on, bringing you forward, I was sitting in a meeting with my imperial potentate, and we was having this discussion. And he says, no, Masonry do not help a good man to become a better man. It helps a good man to become a Mason. I was like, damn. Masonry helps a good man to become a Mason. And we teach him what it is to be a Mason. In order to be a Mason, you already have to be a good man. So how are we going to double up on that? You already have to be a good man in order to be a Mason. You already have to be a mature person to already be, if you want to become a Mason. Those things should be already on lock. So when you put in your petition to become a Mason, this is what we're going to give you. We're going to teach you how to be a Mason because you're already a good man. So when you look at this degree, the master of the temple, the message in this degree is that mutual belief in a supreme being should bind all men together, united in this brotherhood. This is what that 9th degree, the masters of the temple, teaches. That's what it teaches. All right. So we're going to go there. Now we're going over to the 10th degree, the master elect. Okay. We're going to the master elect. Each degree that I'm going through have a symbol that they use. Okay. In this particular degree, the knife is still the symbol that we're using. So you may wonder, why is the knife is that symbol? Okay. With the knife, you're able to cut, slice, okay? As you build, as you go, as you hunt, as you transcend. A knife is used to cut, all right? You know, somebody probably saying you can use to kill too, but yeah, I'm talking about in cutting. I'm looking at it from a more healthier point of view, okay? If you're familiar with knives, not just for killing, but for actually cutting up meat, that sort of thing, something more useful than just the killing part. You know, I'm just saying, it ain't for you to think about that for a minute. So as we get into the master, the elect, we learned at this degree that a person who violates his obligation, regardless of his station in life, will not go unpunished. So regardless of your wealth, regardless of your middle class income, regardless of who you are in life, okay, we learned that when you violate your obligation, that it would not go unpunished. And you're probably saying, how is that? Well, once upon a time, when Freemason was a feared organization in society, people believed that they were being held to the penalties that they took. That's a fact. There's no more fear in beholding a person to the obligation that they take. There's no fear in it. But a long time ago, there was fear when a person took the obligation. He understood that this was a for real thing. Now it's just for sake talk. It's just like, hey, okay, Tony Hawkins, most solemn and sincerely promise swear. You go on, you repeat, you regurgitate, you spit this stuff out. It's nothing, because there's really no hard punishment behind violating your obligations. It's really no hard punishment unless you are a part of a particular jurisdiction who believe in what it says it should do. I'm just saying there are some out there. Let's have some understanding. There are some Masonic jurisdictions out there, not here in the United States that I know of, but outside of the United States. They take this to heart. Plain and simple. They take what they say to heart. All right? Now, we're going to move on from there. We're going to the 12th degree. The 12th degree is going to deal with Master of Mercy. Master of Mercy. And you may be asking, nope, I skipped a degree. Sublime Master Elect, the 11th degree, because we just got to talking about the 10th. Let's go back to the 11th degree, okay? Sublime Master Elect. What does that mean? What does that entail? Well, this degree dramatized the importance of a good citizen, that honest and respect for others should be rewarded. So in other words, in this particular degree, we're going to look at how we should respect each other. That is something I talk about often for a long time. If we had more respect for each other in what we do in our degree work, in our different and various jurisdictions, Freemason will live up to what it's supposed to be. All it takes is some respect. I'm not saying visitation at all. I said if we had more respect for each other in regards to what Freemasonry actually brings to the table, this fraternity, society, is the real word I'm looking for. This society for which we are a part of would live up to every expectation that we want it to be. It would do that. But because we don't do what we should do, it doesn't live up to it. It does not. There's no consequences to being a Mason. None whatsoever. People can say whatever they want to say. There's no consequences to it. But if there was truly some heartfelt consequences, it would be a great society. It would be. So in the Sublime Master Elect, which is the 11th degree, it dramatizes the importance of good citizenship. The honesty and respect for each other should be rewarded. And how do you reward respect and honesty? By giving respect and being honest. That is how you reward that. A person who's upfront with you, a person whose words mean a lot, It means something. So therefore, what they're going to do is say, okay, I'm good. Your word is bond. I'm going to take your word for what it is, until you are proven wrong. And then they don't want to mess with you. That's how you reward that. All right. Now, the 12th degree, that is the master of mercy. The master of mercy. That is the 12th degree on the Scottish Rite side. It exemplifies in this degree the qualities of forgiveness. What's up? That's right, brother. All right. In the degree, the 12th degree, it says it exemplifies the mercy. It's the master of mercy. It's the 12th degree. All right. It exemplifies in this degree the qualities of forgiveness, not just to forego the opportunity for revenge, okay, but to cease the feelings of empathy or resentment towards the transgressioner. So what you do in this degree, it says, look, I'm going to forgive you, okay? I'm not going to seek revenge. I'm just going to let it be. I'm going to have some empathy towards you. I'm just going to let it be. But in the process of letting it be, I'm not going to let you get that close to me again. You're not going to hit me, and I'm not going to turn the other cheek. This degree clearly says, okay, we good. I'm not going to seek revenge, but I'm not going to allow you to get close to me. I'm not going to allow you to hit me anymore. This is the degree of the master of mercy. All right. Everybody likes to ask for mercy. How many people like to give mercy? You ask for it. Have mercy on me, God. But how many people like to give mercy? How many people like to show mercy? I'm just saying, I'm just asking a question. We get in this back and forth in regards to it, but how many people legitimately likes to show mercy or show mercy when something has actually happened to them, and being able to say, okay, you know what? We good. I forgive you. I'm not going to let you get that close to me. I'm not going to let you hit me. I'm not turning the other cheek. I'm not looking for revenge. I'm done. I'm good. When you are able to do that, that shows maturity. That shows that you have grown. That shows a whole lot about the person in you, the man in you. See, today, I'm going to go back to that. I'm not going to lose that thought. I'm going to come to a conclusion on that. I'm going to come to a conclusion on that. This is this opportunity that we as Masons have to really show what the fraternity is all, the society is all about. I'm trying to get used to using society instead of fraternity. So if you see me correct myself, that's what I'm trying to do. In the process, right now, Masons have a great opportunity to actually come to the forefront in their various communities and show leadership. Hear me clearly. Right now, Masonry and those who are Masons have a great opportunity to come to the forefront in their various communities and show legitimate leadership and be mentors and examples of being a man. You really do. We are sitting by and allowing some of us, not all of us, an opportunity that is right before us, and we're letting it pass by. Some of us, not all of us. Some of us have taken a stance. God dang, the day is, no, that's tomorrow. Ooh. Some of us right now have allowed ourselves to become routine. This is just routine. Instead of taking full advantage of who you are in the Society of Freemasons and what it means, not only in Freemason, but also in the Order of the Eastern Star, and grabbing a young brother or a young sister and teaching them about what it is to be a woman, about what it is to be a man. It's a lot of times it's best to talk your way out of a fight instead of getting into a fight. And this is that opportunity that we have right now. All right? Now, the master, the 13th degree, which is the master of the ninth arc. So this degree here is, you can find this degree on the Royal Arch side. This degree right here, the 13th degree, master of the ninth arc, can be found also in the Royal Arch degree on the York Rite side. Both of these degrees are very, very similar, okay? Very similar, all right? In this particular degree, we talk about teaching the differences, we talk about teaching the difficulties and danger, however great, should not deter us from the progress towards a moral and ethical improvement. Hear me clearly what I'm saying, because sometimes we don't lodge meetings, we don't get this when we go to schools of instructions, because what happens is a lot of times we go to meetings and we have them, we open up, we read, we go through business, and then it's like, okay, let's have a couple of drinks, let's eat, let's fellowship, and that's it. But we don't break down any of this or get an opportunity to digest what we look at as far as Freemasonry. So when you look at this, when you look at the 13th degree on the Scottish Rite side, and it says the master of the ninth arc, and you're wondering about the ninth arc, go look at your Royal Arch degree and tell me how many arcs they talk about. And then come back over on the Scottish Rite side and then have a better understanding of the ninth arc, okay? It's all Royal Arch, all right? It's all Royal Arch. This degree teaches us the difficulties and the danger. However great is the danger, we should not deter from the progress toward a moral and ethical truth. We shouldn't. But some of us will sell our souls out for a few dollars. Boy, we will just give it all up for a few dollars. Because you miss what the first 3 degrees taught. You miss what was taught in the raising of Hiram Abiff. You missed that. My life, you can have my integrity never. You missed that whole thing because you was terrified. And then after you got raised, you didn't go back and read where it says you are now representing a part. You are now Hiram Abiff. You didn't read that part, did you? You didn't pay attention where it says my life, you can have my integrity. Did you? Did you hear that? I'm just saying. So now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We headed home now. We headed home. So check this out. The 14th degree. All right. Grand Elect Mason. Now, I want you to pay attention to each one of those degrees and its titles. How's it going, bruh? EA Chicago recently blew off the opportunity to partake in what was referred to as a blue lightning track being raised to a Master Mason in some instances. What? Wait a minute. Let me go back to that. Let me see. Tracking is a simple night. Brothers in my lodge had a mixed opportunity, but I ultimately decided on taking my time and really. Absolutely, man. Look, I don't know why some jurisdictions want to fast track brothers through this degree work. Man, take your time. Learn the degree work. Understand what you are getting yourself involved with. Read about it. Digest it, man. I mean, to fast track, I'm a 32nd degree, I'm a Sublime Prince. What does that mean? Really? You got that all in one sitting? I guess if that's what you like. But that was good, bro. I'm glad you made that decision to take your time and go through the degree work as one should. Let me see. Greetings from Illinois. Hey, what's going on? My Pacific goals for myself. I love the fraternity aspect, but foremost goals always been a Masonic light and a deeper understanding of what's going on here. Absolutely. Absolutely. So as we continue to go into the Lodge of Perfection from the 4th degree all the way up to the 14th degree, now we're going to hit the epic center, okay? The epic center, the 14th degree. Ooh wee. The grand elect master. Now I need for you to think about this just for a moment of what each one of these degrees have said, okay? Now, check this out. Just for a moment. Just for a moment. I'm going to read you the titles of each degree all the way up to the 14th degree, and I want you to pay attention to the titles of these degrees, all right? The 4th degree is the Master Traveler. The Master's Traveler, okay? The 4th degree, Scottish Rite side. Then you go to the 5th degree, that's the Perfect Master, okay? The 6th degree, Master of the Bronze Serpent. The 7th degree, Provost and Judge. The 8th degree, Intendent of the Builder. The 9th degree, Masters of the Temple. The 10th degree, Master Elect. The 11th degree, Sublime Master Elected. The 12th degree, Master of Mercy. The 13th degree, Master of the Ninth Ark. The 14th degree, the crowning degree, all right? And I'm going to get ready to break out in a minute. The crowning degree, which is the Grand Elect Master, the 14th degree, as the summit of the ancient craft masonry. This degree impresses upon us the holiness of God and the reverence and due his holy name. That is the title of this particular subject today. Hold on just a second. Just a second. I'm going to pick this up. Okay, I think I can get it from here. Yeah, okay. Almost lost it. Almost lost it. So, this particular degree right here, this is the summit degree. To me, this is the summit degree. The Grand Master, the Grand Elect Mason. As the summit of the ancient craft masonry, this degree impresses upon us the holiness of God and the reverence due his name. So as the title of the subject today, the holiness of God's name, or what is God's name? I got to go back and look at it. So we're going to take a look at that. What is God's name? I know, I've heard, I've read, there's so many references in name to God, okay? But God doesn't have a name. You can name it, but it doesn't have a name. Hear me clearly. God doesn't have a name. You're probably saying, brother, you didn't went off the edge. How can I? Jesus is his name. Really? Emmanuel is his name. Really? 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 You know, there are so many other names that has been given to God. That's his name. Oh, that's God's name. That's God. Really? Well, tell you this. When Moses, according to the scriptures, according to this what was written down in the Torah, when Moses went in front of the burning bush and he was talking to God through the fire, and he asked, well, who should I tell them sent me? When I go see Pharaoh, I'm talking about let my people go. Who am I going to say sent me? I am. I am. Is that God's name? I am? Pay attention to that. I am sent you. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Just for a moment. Hold that thought. Hope everybody's doing well today. So, let's take a look at something real quick. All right. The sun, S-U-N, referenced in Latin as S-O-L, soul, in which appears in the past master, grand master jewel and apron. On the top of the senior deacon staff as a symbol of deity, represents also the all-seeing eye, a symbol of deity and divine consciousness. Used by the Hindu's religion as a symbol of the Almighty, it represents the Creator when raising or rising. Okay, it is perceived at noon and destroyed at night when setting, to serve as an emblem of deity in all of these attributes. Okay, attributes. The sun was called O-M, and I am, boom, by both the ancient Hindu and the ancient Egyptians. This is why when Moses had received the enlightenment from the burning bush on the holy mountain, the name I am was told to him as the word he should use when esoterically communicating with his brother, the pharaohs, his brother, the pharaoh Ramsey. Okay, or I am was an esoteric phrase that the pharaohs could understand and relate to. The pharaohs always was considered a grand master of the mystery schools. I am is its name. I am is its name. So, look, I hope you got something out of this today. I just wanted to share that with you and for you to go and to do further studies and research and definitely look into what has been said to you today and kind of break it down for yourself and look at it from various points of views. Whatever you do in this craft, whatever you do as a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star and going into these previous degrees, please take your time as you proceed upwards in the Fraternal Order of Freemasonry, this society, as you proceed upwards in the Order of the Eastern Star, the sisterhood. So please, whatever you do, take your time, learn the works, and man, you'll get you will get so much more out of it. You'll get so much more out of it. Set the example, be the example of what you claim that you are part of. All right. So until next time, I hope that each of you who have tuned in today have gotten some out of this. Please, whatever you do, hit that like button in the corner right here. Just hit the like button for me. I certainly would appreciate it. And if you got any questions for me, if you got my number, hit me up or, leave a comment and I'll make sure I get back with you. Be blessed. And whatever you do, as always, stay out the bushes and keep your light on. I'm out.